Hey guys, this is my review of my Springfield pistol. It is an XDM 45 compact. That's a 3.8-inch barrel, and the XDM 45 4.5. One is a very full-size gun. One is definitely not subcompact, but compact gun. Compact enough to be a good everyday carry if you don't mind wearing something to cover it. So I'm going to set this up here so I can have my hands free. So I'm going to show you a little bit of just the basic function of these guns. They're both chamber safety checked. We do have a couple loaded bags, one empty. So we're using muzzle control and trigger safety here, so we don't put holes where they're not supposed to be. The compact is a little lighter, a little smaller. It holds 9 rounds plus one in the chamber, and the 4.5 holds 13 rounds plus one in the chamber. Kind of the nice thing about the compact is that it'll still hold the 13 round mag. They make a mag extension. You actually get that. It comes with it when you buy it. Or you can also just use the standard magazine if you don't like that. One nice thing about using them this way is it does eliminate that pinch point, so you don't give yourself blood blisters. Other than that, yeah, they both function fine, feed fine. Doesn't really matter if you have the sleeve or not. Just kind of if you like the look better with the long mag sticking out or with the extra grip. So for me, I don't really care. As far as really differences, there aren't a whole lot. The triggers are both very comparable. The rails are the same. This one's obviously a little longer because it's got a longer barrel, a little bigger in the grip because it's got a bigger grip. They both break down pretty much the same way. You just drop them apart. Here, I'll do a little slower here, kind of show you what I'm doing. What you do is pull the slide back, lock that up. You'll flip that lever up. Helps it take the magazine out. Then just let that down slow, slide it off. Push that spring forward, bring it out. Pull the barrel out, and that's basically your field strip. Pretty quick, pretty easy. No tools needed. That's kind of nice. Put it back together. Just drop the barrel in. Make sure that it seats up in there good. Then there's kind of a little half crescent thing there. Just push this forward and set that down into that crescent. Then slide it back onto the slide. Lock it back again. Put that down. Let it down slow. And then function check it. It's really pretty quick, pretty simple. This one's actually a little bit easier because of that rod being self-contained. Makes it a little nicer putting it back together. So, yeah. Really, in my experience, these are excellent, excellent guns. Whether you're going for an open carry option, something big to take out in the woods or carry with you on duty if you got a job where you're carrying a gun. Very good guns. This is an excellent choice for something beside the bed. Good option for lights, lasers, whatever you want to put on something to give you a little bit of an advantage. For probably if it's laying by the bed, your most likely use is going to be in the middle of the night trying to figure out if somebody's in your house or who's in your house. and so having a light might be a good option there. I don't, just personally, mostly because I don't want to spend the money on one, and secondly because I like to have my light separate so that I don't have to point my gun all over my house to see where I'm going. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those, when you got kids, you don't want to point your guns all over the place in your house. I can point mine wherever I want because my kids aren't here right now, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, excellent gun. The ammo that I'm using is Hornady 185 grain critical defense. And this, I'm using the Hornady 230 grain FPD, and those seem to be working pretty good as well. I know Hornady is coming out with a new round. They've got it out now for the 9 and the 40. They don't have it out in 45 yet. I would be amazed if they don't bring it out at some point in 45. And that is their barrier round. It's, what is it? It's something defense. It's like critical defense, but it's a little different. If you go on to Hornady's website, actually I've got it written down. I'll be right back. It's gonna bug me. Alright, let's see here. Hornady Critical Duty, that's what it's called. It is the Hornady Critical Duty round, and that is available at 9 and 40. It's supposed to be designed for penetrating things like sheet metal and automotive glass without clogging the hollow point, so that once it gets through those materials, you still get a reliable expansion and the appropriate amount of penetration. So really, I think for that, that's a huge, with my home defense gun, I'm not really worried about punching through a windshield or anything like that, because I should hope that no one will be driving a car through my living room. However, with my carry gun, a lot of people get road rage. I see that being a very highly probable scenario that you might be in or around a car in the event that you ever had to use your gun. So something that is designed to be able to go through a layer of whatever it might be and then hit your target and function how it's supposed to, that's really appealing. So check that out, Hornady Critical Duty ammunition, and I am not 100% sure, but I know that they have that in a plus P for the 9mm, so maybe check that out. If you guys are shooting 9s, I know both of these are available in 9 and 40, if those are the calibers you prefer. I like the 45 just because it's big and it's fun, and it's, I don't know, as far as the recoil with it, I kind of like the way it recoils better than some of the smaller, snappier rounds. The 45 to me is a little bit more of a push than a smack, so, but they're all not that bad. My wife's got a 9, and also she just picked up a Ruger LCR, a revolver. She loves this thing. It was about, just at the local place we got it from, I think it was just under $450, somewhere around there. just a rough ballpark estimate. These are just under 800. Same thing with this, just under 800, right around there. You're looking, depending on where you're at and how the market is, you're looking at between 600 and 800 for both of these. So keep that in mind. This, super simple, super small, awesome to carry. No external hammer, so for people who are a little worried about having that kickback and the hammer gouge you, that's kind of a nice little feature, because this one doesn't do that. Really the only dislike with this gun that I've got is that the sights don't have any white marking, green marking, red marking, fiber optic, none of that. They're pretty basic, just black ramp front sight, and then just got the groove on the back. I don't want to point it so you can look down the sights, because then I'd be pointing it right at me. So anyway, gonna give you guys some closing words on each of these. The Ruger LCR, awesome, awesome, awesome little carry gun. Very light, very simple, easy to operate. You don't have to flick any safeties off, just load it and pull the trigger. Super, super simple gun, super awesome gun. Love it. My wife loves it. This one's actually hers. It's in 38 special. Very fun gun. Springfield XDM 45 compact. Also, just terrific. Nothing on the table right now is a bad gun. The only real negative that I could say about the XDMs at all is the stock sights. When they put those on, they bake the slide and then glue them and press them in. So when that slide cools, they're not only glued in, but the metal is basically shrink wrapped around them. So they are very, very stiff to get out. I have some True Glow TFO sights for my compact here that I might end up sending it to Springfield to have them put them on. I know my local gun shop guy had contacted them for me, and they said that that wouldn't be a problem. Send it back, they'll stick them on for you. I don't know if that's across the board or if there's a charge for that, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, definitely, if anybody else has had any experience with these, trying to put sights on them, let me know how you dealt with that, what your advice, any experience dealing with Springfield on that. Definitely, I'm sure people want to know. So this is awesome, very good carry gun. It's still a little thick, but it's really pretty comparable to a small Glock. I don't have a small Glock to compare it to because I'm not really a big Glock person. Kind of got hooked on these XDMs early on, and just I love them. So excellent guns, really reliable, and yeah, some excellent options for open carry, duty carry, or home defense there. Everyday carry, out and about, tromping around, but also gives you that more firepower option for something like an open carry, or when you got to go to the mall, you might carry it like this. When you're going into the woods, you might carry it like that. So just some options there, and that's kind of nice, the versatility on that. This excellent subcompact option. When you don't have much room, especially for a lot of the ladies out there, they might be wearing outfits that don't really permit hiding a firearm very well, and that's a great option for that. especially because that blocky L shape really sets people off to immediately they see a gun. When they see that printed in your clothes, they see a gun. When they see, maybe just that bulge from that sticking up, that's your waistband. Could be a phone, could be your hairbrush, I don't know, whatever you might be carrying around. But most people aren't going to see that little rounded with a little lump there and go, a gun. And so that's a definite plus that you have with carrying something like this that's a little bit away from the conventional Hollywood gun shape. So 3 very good options, just depending on what your needs are. Again, thanks for watching, and I'm sure I'll have more going down the road, but I will give you a review of my True Glow sights when I finally get them on, so you can look forward to that, and thanks for watching.